Hey people, it is Wednesday, February the 2nd, which is Groundhog Day. And the time is 11:10 in the morning, and the temperature is currently plus 4 degrees Celsius. And I'm here at the corner of Yonge Street and King Street in Toronto's financial district. And I'll be walking west along King Street, past all the big bank towers, and then into the entertainment district. And I'll be checking out some of the lesser seen streets in the entertainment district that I don't often walk down. And this is the calm before the storm, because I think later today, beginning in the evening perhaps, we're expecting another significant snowfall with possibly 10 to 15 centimeters, which was the latest estimation I heard. Some areas in other parts of the province will be getting more like 30 to 40 centimeters. So we'll be getting off a little more lightly here in the city. But in any case, 10 to 15 centimeters is pretty significant for Toronto in a regular winter, unlike this massive snowfall we had a few weeks ago, which is like a once every 15 or 20 year event. And as you can see, the snowbanks are still here from that, although they are disappearing. But they'll get a bit of a helping from the new layer of snow tomorrow. Right now there's very light rain falling, but that will be transitioning over to snow as the temperature dips below freezing later this evening. Just approaching Bay Street. And I just noticed something. This iconic view of the CN Tower between the TD Centre bank towers here will be obscured, because I just noticed that the steelwork for the new office tower under construction at Front and Simcoe Street is starting to rise up, and that building is going to be quite tall, and it'll block a lot of the view of the tower from here, maybe all the way up to the Sky Pod. So that will be the end of an era. This was like one of the most famous shots of the tower ever since it was built. These TD Centre towers, bank towers, predate the CN Tower. And the CN Tower came along in 1976 or so. So, that'd be quite a different view in a year or so. And we're currently walking past First Canadian Place. This is the tallest building in the financial district. And King Street is rather quiet. Much of King Street through the financial district and east and west is a transit priority corridor in order to maximize how many streetcars can use the corridor and limiting the car traffic. So vehicles are only allowed to drive along King Street for a block before they have to turn off onto one of the side streets, as you see this car is about to do. Many cars also ignore that rule though. And I did do a recent video where I rode along King Street on a streetcar, the 504 King. I rode from Yonge Street to Dufferin Street. There you can see that office tower rising. That's the one that's going to obscure the view of the CN Tower between the TD Bank towers. We're just crossing University Avenue. Alright, so now we're entering the entertainment district. And just up ahead is another famous view of the tower. And hopefully this one is not in danger of being obscured by a new building. As much as I love seeing new skyscrapers rise, I would like to keep some of our iconic vistas intact. So here we are with the tower. Kind of jutting up out of Roy Thompson Hall. And that's not smoke coming out of that smokestack, that's actually steam. So it's not really a smokestack, I suppose, it's a steam stack. And there's Roy Thompson Hall, as I mentioned previously. That's where the Toronto Symphony Orchestra performs. And there's also all kinds of other events that take place there, performances. So now that restrictions are easing again, hopefully it won't be too much longer before the theaters here, such as the Royal Alex, can resume their performances. They had resumed them earlier, at the end of 2021, but only for a few short weeks before they had to cancel them again due to new restrictions that came into place. So they've been mostly dormant for at least the last going on 2 years now.
Oh boy.
And here's the Princess of Wales Theatre. Alright, we're coming up to John Street, so I'm going to get off of King Street here. And here's the TIFF Bell light box. This is like the headquarters of the Toronto International Film Festival. And they have screenings here, and they also have theaters that screen movies all year round. And this is Restaurant Row along King Street. But we're gonna dip down to one of these lesser seen streets here, Mercer Street, just up ahead. Street is a flurry of construction, with a couple of major projects taking place directly beside one another. See, they've retained these old historic facades here as part of this development. So this is the Nobu Hotel and Residences. That'll be a twin tower development. And directly beside it is another condominium tower, just beginning to rise. And this was the site of the Second City Improv Theater and the Wayne Gretzky's restaurant. Second City relocated temporarily to the Danforth, I believe. Now we just emerged onto Blue Jays Way, and as you can see, there's construction everywhere you look. This tower is, I think, just about topped out. And up ahead you can see more on the rise. Now we're back at King Street, but I won't be staying on King Street. I'm going to dip down to another street that I don't often walk along. Charlotte Street, just a little bit to the west of here. And when they built this twin tower development, they retained this beautiful old warehouse building here. Of course, it's just the facades that are standing. There's no actual building there anymore. It's all part of the condominium development now. And then there's another new tower that's topped out. I think the entertainment district has more construction activity packed into a compact area than just about any other neighborhood in the city. Yonge and Eglinton might give it a run for its money. So this is Charlotte Street. I don't know if I've ever walked down here in a video before. It's just a very short stretch, 1 block long. And that will take you, I think, all the way back out to Spadina Avenue. Yeah, I think I can see traffic moving on Spadina. This is another short street I've never walked down before, but there's really not much to see here. That's the main reason why I've never walked down it before. Oxley Street.
46, yep.
And a training car. And here we are on Adelaide Street. Maybe I will cross to the other side. I'm doing it in the middle of the block, but that is legal as long as there's no traffic. And Adelaide Street has really grown up to be quite an impressive canyon in the last 10 years or so. And new buildings continue to rise. I think this entertainment district is going to be rivaling the financial district soon in terms of its big city urban canyon look and feel. And they are adjacent to one another, so it'll be just one enormous sea of skyscrapers. And this one has really sprung up quickly. Adding to the street wall. Almost everywhere you look, there's another tower rising. And most of them will be in the 45 to 50 story range. So I believe there's a height limit in the entertainment district that only a few towers have been approved to exceed, and I think that's 156 meters for the majority of the buildings in the neighborhood, which is over 500 feet or approximately 50 stories, residential stories. But there are a few buildings that have been approved to exceed that. As I mentioned, this one up ahead here will be closer to 60 stories. That one managed to break through the height limit. And the Mervish Gary towers have been approved, with one of them exceeding 300 meters. So that one will be one of the tallest buildings in the city. Crossing John Street. Well, it's starting to rain a little harder now. I do have my umbrella with me, so far the camera isn't getting too wet. And this fire station will also be the site of a redevelopment. The fire station will be relocating to another area in the neighborhood, and a new tower will be rising there on this site. And the old Crocodile Rock is also up for redevelopment with another tall tower proposed for this site. And this one will exceed the height limit in the neighborhood as well, by a good margin. So at least a few of the new buildings rising will break through that tabletop look that the neighborhood is starting to develop, with so many buildings that are around the same height. You don't want too much of a tabletop effect on your skyline. It's always good to have peaks and valleys. I'm just coming up on Simcoe Street here, so I think I'm going to wrap up the video here before my camera starts getting too wet. So I hope you enjoyed the walk through the financial district and the entertainment district on Groundhog Day 2022, checking out the multitudes of new developments on the rise in the neighborhood. So if you enjoyed, be sure to leave a comment below and like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure you hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you'd like to support the channel, there are links in the description where you can do so via PayPal and via my merch store. And you can also find me on Instagram under KContinuum. So thanks for watching, and be sure to keep checking back, because as always, I will continue.